And I'm Nancy.
No, this is Aunt Nancy.
Oh, Auntie Nancy.
She's my Auntie Nancy.
We talk about her as Aunt
You
Nancy.
don't call her Aunt Nancy.
No, but on the Flosstube I
you
do.
do.
I call her
Yeah,
out
you
as Aunt
do.
Nancy,
You
and I
do,
do
yeah.
call her Aunt Nancy.
Yeah.
In person, like when you're just talking
No,
to
I
her?
call you Mimi.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know.
That's like me calling Jesse
But-
Daddy, and it confuses
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
Like, which dad are you talking about?
Well, and when I talk to you about Dad, and I'm really talking about my
Your
dad,
dad.
it's confusing now.
Then I'm like,
I don't know why
who
now.
are we talking about?
Anyway, so we have a
Whatever.
guest here today.
So we're happy you're here. Today is Sunday, July 11th, and we had a big weekend, and that's why Aunt Nancy is here with us. What happened yesterday?
All 4 of my children are now married because the baby got married yesterday.
Woo! And it went fine.
It happened
Like
They're off on their own.
like a grown up.
Not
He's
a
a
baby.
grown
He's a
up.
grown-up baby. He's
Yeah.
not actually a baby.
He's my baby. But the wedding happened, and it there were a lot of little weird things that happened, but I have to say that bride just kind of glided through the day.
Yeah.
She didn't care. She just wanted to be married at the end of the day, and it was beautiful. And I was telling these guys on our way home from my friend's house where the wedding was, we just drove, it's like 10 minutes to my house, but we took like neighborhood roads home, and we had a big tent in the backyard of my friend's house for this. We passed at least 2 other houses that had huge tents out that were still having parties at 11 o'clock at night, and I'm pretty sure they were weddings too.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's just wedding season. And let's be honest, nobody wants to go to a wedding venue right now because the wedding venues are A, very expensive, and B, won't guarantee you a spot. So I think people are going back to backyard weddings
Well,
around
and
here.
if anybody postponed their wedding,
Mhm.
Washington State is fully open.
Yeah.
So if people were kind of trying to plan around that, then this
Yeah.
would be like the
Yeah.
month to get married from all last year.
Yeah. So anyway, it happened, and it was
Be a lot of weddings.
beautiful. It was a lot of work, and I'm actually not as tired as I thought I was going to be. I feel pretty good.
I'm tired. But
I'm tired.
still-
I mean, I could probably take a nap if I really laid down, but I don't feel like, oh, I can't function. I might look like I'm not functioning. maybe
you
I'm
look great.
maybe I'm deluding myself. maybe I'm really
Maybe
not
you don't
Yeah,
have
I'm
the dark
tired.
circles under your eyes. It's
Yeah.
not you.
Yeah.
Mine's the eyeshadow from yesterday. No, I did wash it. Anyway, thank you for all your good thoughts and wishes last week on our video, and yeah, it was a good day. It was a very good day.
The girls were flower girls, so we'll put some really beautiful little pictures of them at the end of the video. Millie is over here
geeking out over
dancing
here.
and being silly.
Not looking as cute as she did yesterday
Yeah.
right now.
But it was great. So
Yeah.
we were really happy, and
And
now it's done.
and Aunt Nancy and her husband is my husband's brother, and they are like
Twins.
weird twins. And
Yeah.
they came from Minnesota. And so I know my husband was he was as thrilled that you came as Tom seemed thrilled that we came to your daughter's wedding.
Oh,
Yep. Because over the years of raising kids, we didn't see each other very often. It was expensive to travel, and we had busy kids, and they had busy kids. And yeah.
Yep.
So it's been fun to see the brothers reconnect, especially those 2. I think my husband feels very, very close to Tom, of his 3 brothers. So,
Yep. And what is there? 6 years apart? They're 6 years,
Oh,
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
look identical.
They do.
And
When they were
act
setting up,
identical.
yeah.
they do. Their mannerisms are so similar. Their body type is like very similar. So when we were setting up for the groom's dinner, they were goofing off, but hanging the globe lights around the big tent in the backyard. And I can't even, at least twice, I turned and said something because I thought it was Dad off to the side. And then I had to quick recover and make it seem like I meant to say it to Uncle.
Yeah.
And
It was
what's
so funny.
funny to me is that their mannerisms are so much alike, but they didn't see each other
Much.
For
for
years.
many, many years as they
Yeah.
were growing into these older gentlemen. Well, gentlemen might not be the right word.
I don't know
men.
if we can give them that title.
Anyway,
Yeah. I do say though, they talk
I think I'm gonna-
weekly at
Mhm.
least.
Can you just tilt
So
the
They
camera
do.
down just a
They do.
little?
They
And
do
that's,
Can you
connect.
just tilt the-
yeah. He'll say to me, have
They
you talked to
talk about-
Nancy? And I'll go,
Yeah,
no.
they do.
Just a little bit.
He'll go,
There you
no,
go.
I haven't talked to Nancy, but I go, have you talked to Tom? Oh, yeah, I talked to Tom.
Yep.
Just chat.
Yeah.
They didn't
I
mind.
know, and lately too, with all this, Tom will say, "Well, did you know this was happening?" I'm, yep, Kim told me.
I'm already on
yeah,
it.
yeah, I already know. Yeah.
Anyway,
What
so
up on ya?
it was very special to have out of town
It-
company come.
It was fun to be here.
And Nancy and Sarah were my right-hand girls on Friday night, getting things set up for the groom's dinner, especially. And they put all the bouquets together, and they were just, it was just beautiful.
Which got used in the wedding too, which
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah,
to see,
yeah.
'cause she didn't really have any flowers.
Yeah.
So she was able to use those.
My little daughter-in-law was trying to be, I think, a minimalist and trying to save money and
Be responsible.
be responsible. And so I was happy to be able to buy this flowers at the grocery store and just make big bouquets. And I had a vision of what I kind of wanted to look like, but I didn't know how to really say. And these guys just kind of did it. So
Yeah.
it was
You
great.
explained yourself well. We
Oh,
knew.
good.
We
It
knew.
was kind of copying what I did for Andrew and Cassidy's.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty.
anyway, it was pretty.
Very pretty.
But consequently, over the last week, I don't have a lot of stitching to show. I have a little bit. I have some knitting,
Don't have very much either. So
but Nancy
between
does,
the three of us.
and Millie does.
Millie has some. So we're here.
Our
We're doing
little
it.
stitching granddaughter.
Okay, Millie, come on over and show us.
Where is yours?
Oh, she's piled up.
Where's she gonna go?
She can come right here. Right. Oh, I don't want to come on your top. Okay, you're good. Squeeze in.
Oh man,
What are you working on? You have to talk loudly.
we're far away.
Isn't it called Happy Spring?
Yes, it's called Happy Spring.
Don't show the pattern.
There's okay.
Move forward.
So lean right
Here, I
forward.
can hear
Kind
Nancy.
of, we're a little further back.
So it's
Very nice
frosted
today.
pumpkin
Isn't that
stitchery. Oh my
Wow,
goodness,
look
I
at
see a
that.
lot of stitching on there. Let's fold.
Hold it. There we go. Okay, now you're ready.
Really?
I know. Look at that.
Look at you
Holy
go.
moly.
You already done the back.
I am so
stitching on the-
impressed with your stitching.
A lot of people are. There's
Yeah,
comments. I
I'm.
keep forgetting.
I
to
say
read.
that every week.
Look at how far. So you did the word spring underneath, right?
Yeah, you
this
finished
week?
that word.
And the honey twister thingies on the bottom.
On
Oh,
right here,
sticks.
right here.
And
Yeah.
did you do the back stitching on the is this back
Whiskers.
stitching? Did you do this?
yes.
Back stitching on the honey hives.
On the sketch.
On the hives. Yeah, there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
So I went
are the
to
bees
this
back stitched? Yes.
and this.
So just the floral border on the top and the bottom?
Right there.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to get your Swan Princess stuff together quick because you're gonna finish that this week, I bet. Or next week.
Her back doesn't look any worse than
Oh,
mine
what?
does.
Let me see.
I mean, I'm not a good backer.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's great for being a. You know.
Yeah.
Gonna
Good job.
There's that.
Yes, are you gonna put the little the
Yes.
one from Heather?
Yeah.
Oh,
So we got a gift in the mail. I don't think I brought those little
charms
ballerina charms.
I didn't
But-
think
from our
That's
Canadian
okay.
friend Heather Miller.
And you want to put that ballerina charm on this little one?
no.
On the
Swan
Swan
one.
Princess
Oh,
one, which makes sense because it's they're a ballerina in that.
who's the Swan Princess pattern by? Any Martiners?
Was Swan Princess by Tiny Modernist or Cloud Sky? Tiny Modernist.
Good job,
We'll
girlfriend.
show it when she starts it. Good job. All right, you're done with you. Bye. All right. So instead of having a featured friend, we have a featured friend.
A live featured friend.
So we're just
Yeah.
gonna do whips, but she'll go first. That's her.
Oh, should we show her finished product over there?
Yeah.
finished?
Yes. This. Sorry, I was trying.
So
to
this week I worked on Sam and Ashley's wedding present, and I'm also a quilter, so I made them a quilt. And as I was thinking about patterns and trying to figure out colors and whatever to match them, I knew that Ashley didn't get the lakeside wedding that she wanted, but she had a beautiful garden wedding.
Mhm.
So I picked a flower garden pattern. So
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
Oh.
this is what the end result was. And I made it bigger
It's
than the
big.
pattern called for.
What
It was a
size is it?
freebie. It's
Like
a little bit smaller than a queen, but it's bigger than a full. So it's 42 11-inch squares, and each square has 25 2.5-inch squares
Wow.
in it.
That's so amazing.
And no two are alike. So I want to thank my two daughters who helped me rearrange
Oh,
all the
did they?
patterns.
Oh, they
Yeah.
did?
Yep.
So that they would be all unique.
Yep.
And there's
So-
a total of how many squares? in
Oh,
this?
1102 2.5-inch squares.
It's stunning.
And I only sewed my finger once.
Only.
Yeah.
I love this
Yeah.
orange one. This orange and blue and
They
Like
are,
orangey.
and it's the kind of vintage fabrics.
Yep, it's 1930s
Reproduction,
replica
which
print.
I love.
Yeah, you
because I
always
had-
have been.
I had quilting grandmothers that quilted back in the 30s, and I grew up with quilts that they hand quilted on our
Yeah.
beds just for regular use, and it had that kind of
Well, and
fabric.
I have a quilt that my great grandmother made, but it's that hexagon
Oh, yeah.
flower print,
Oh.
and my girls fight over that one now. But
Okay.
and that's kind of what I wanted, something that maybe would be an heirloom
Yes.
type of a quilt. So
I actually inherited my mom's wedding ring pattern quilt that her grandmother made
Oh, yeah.
her for her wedding, which would have been 61 years ago. And it's in very good condition because she just always had it on the
Used
foot
it.
of her bed. And I just have it kind of folded up. I need to find a better way to preserve it, but it is special to have those
yep.
heirloom.
And my mom actually found it and finished and
Finished it.
fixed it, but we figured it was started in the 1930s.
Mm.
Oh, sure.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, it's special.
It is special.
So-
Sam and Ashley are very lucky.
Yeah, Sarah told me that she's the only one now that doesn't have an Auntie Nancy quilt.
I made
so
sure she knew that.
yeah.
because the other two boys have baby quilts by Nancy
Yeah.
for their babies.
But
But
I
I
do
so-
have.
yeah, I kindly
I do.
reminded her that I crocheted her a baby quilt when she was born.
And I'm sure
So-
I have it in my baby blanket box.
I think I have it.
You have it? Okay.
The
I
shell
have a-
pattern. Yeah.
Oh well, you better pass that one back.
Well, and I think it started to come apart at one point.
Probably.
So I kept it.
It's
So I
so
took
that
it
you
away
could-
from you.
That was
It's
one
I
of
didn't
the
get rid of it. You either
I'm
have
sure
it or
you
I
have
have it, but I think
Yeah.
it's up in the attic in a crate of baby blankets.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to find it.
Yeah.
Fix it.
So the other thing, I finished my June WIPCO early, so I started my July early, but I'm doing Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt, right?
Yes.
Yep. And I just started this
Look at you
week,
doing
and
the grit.
all I
See, that's
did
what you need
was
to do.
the
Oh.
You
outline,
better
and I
just, you should
started
just do the
one.
border and get it all out of the way.
Well, and because it's a 3-hour flight, that was my plan, was to do something
simple.
easy.
Is that what you did on the flight?
No, I
Oh.
did this. I didn't stitch on
Oh,
coming.
yeah, you
I
didn't.
didn't, because the lights were all off,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I felt funny turning my light
Yeah.
on. But I made a needle minder out of one of those old hockey pins
Oh my
with my
gosh.
kids.
It's her kids playing hockey. Your kids played hockey. They're Minnesotans.
Yeah.
You play hockey.
So
in
I took one
Minnesota.
of the little mom buttons
That's
and
cute.
made my own little
That's
little
really
needle
cute.
minder.
And I told her when
because-
she brought this out that I've had this in my cart at Fat Quarter Shop for a while because I'm really kind of drawn to it.
I like the colors and the.
So
Yeah,
cheery.
I think that was
Mhm.
what drew me, and I think I'm gonna make it into a pillow.
Yeah, that would be a perfect pillow.
Yeah, like one of those old needlepoint
Yeah.
pillows.
Be perfect.
Really.
So
Yeah.
then the other thing I'm working on is Misty from Luminous Fiber Arts, right? Misty Purcell's Jingle Jolly Joy. And I only have
Do you have the actual picture of it?
I didn't print
Just
out
the-
the,
It's a reindeer though.
yep, it's,
Yeah.
Jingle is the reindeer, Jolly is a Santa, and Joy is a snowman, if I can look through the blurred.
Well, they all.
mystery
Are you
picture.
doing all three of them?
Yep. So her pattern calls for 3 to go vertically. I am going to do them horizontally. And I have the fabric. And I actually bought the kit. So
Oh.
this is her
Wow.
fabric.
I love her fabric.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
really pretty.
opulence
Uh-huh.
fabric.
That's really pretty.
So
I like that pinky orange. Is
yeah.
Her
orange
dyes,
brown.
her dyes, and she dyes them are such a nice. They're just nice muted colors, but
Yep.
and her fabric is always nice and soft. That's what I
It
bought a
is
lot of
soft.
it during the pandemic. I
Yeah.
would grab it whenever I saw it, just because I shopped during the pandemic and stocked up.
Yeah,
And I
you
don't like to
did.
use it. Like I hoard that fabric and I have it in a little container.
Well, and you try to pick a more special pattern. And
Yeah.
then just
And it goes along, I just realized this, it goes along with the idea when I was really knitting a lot with my knitting friends, we would buy yarn. We go on these yarn trips and we go to 6 yarn stores and I'd buy yarn at every store.
oh yeah.
And some of it was just so beautiful. And it was like my special yarn. And it was the same thing. It was too special to use. And I just, I'm waiting for that perfect
pattern.
pattern, but nothing's happened for some of them. 'Cause clearly I don't knit enough.
The other fabric was just stuff for my stash. I've been buying a lot of
Mhm.
stash and load or little pieces here and there.
And I see you
So-
on Facebook. Your name pops up all the
All the
time for
time.
me.
All these groups.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I know her.
So,
San
but
Nancy.
honestly, I buy the cheap,
Yeah.
people that don't ask much. So
I don't really
Yeah.
know. I think because I don't have my own PayPal account. Mine's under Carrie.
So
So if
you
I
don't want him to know.
and all
Yeah.
those stash and load, I think you have to use PayPal, right?
yeah.
And I haven't really
Yeah.
set mine up. And
One I did was Venmo, and I kind of felt funny using that because there's no tracking then. You can't, you could just be giving money to somebody.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
There's no
I
guarantee.
don't think the cross stitch community is too full of
You're probably safe.
thieves
Yeah.
yet, but
Not too
Yeah.
many
You
people
never
probably
know.
If
come
there
your
is
way.
somebody scamming people, they get called out pretty darn quick.
yeah, they do.
Uh-huh.
There's
That's very
the
true.
word gets spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at this. Did you already show this?
No.
Oh, this bag is so cute.
Did you make it?
No, I didn't make this.
Christmas lights.
It's like stippling, like a free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
quilting.
I don't know. I bought this
That's
off
cute.
a stash and load too. This one too.
Yeah, that's a really cute one too.
I can't do zippers. That
Really?
is,
I
I can
can't either.
sew, I can quilt, I can't do zippers. So,
I can't either. That's why I don't make any project
Yeah.
bags.
but I did make myself a vinyl one. But the zipper is sucky and it's like, I
Oh,
don't even
and
want
other
to show
people,
it.
they just pop it right in. It's like, oh, the easiest thing ever.
Yeah, not me.
Okay, was that the jingle?
Yes,
Oh,
I
jingle.
have, yep,
Oh, okay.
yep, and my flowers.
Okay.
and my
Well, I have
flowers.
very little to show. I have one thing to show.
Plus you're knitting.
Oh, I'll show you my knitting first. I actually was quite proud of this. And I think during the week I was tired. Work was extremely busy. I was dealing with this wedding. And so a couple nights I just knit. So I took Sarah's advice. I don't think the way you showed me how to do this is the way I've seen it done on videos.
Interesting. Well, maybe I made up my
But
own way.
whatever
Fine.
she did told me to pick up this button band.
Here.
Yeah.
I did it. Of course, it was only like 48 stitches, so it was a nice way to do it. But I am
Small.
so happy with that little eyelet button band, and I
It is
feel
so
like
pretty.
I've
Yeah,
never
it's really
picked
cute.
up stitches that well, and even the inside, I don't have. I just have a
You just have
nice
a
little
little-
ridge. It's
that's
all
how-
even.
Mine always are. That's why I'm always like, I don't
Mhm.
understand
Yeah.
why you hate picking up stitches so bad because that's what mine always
Yeah.
end up being like. There's a little ridge, but
So I started the
but
other
if that's not how
side
you've been
That
doing
huge.
it.
yesterday, but I'm not going to take my needle out. Anyway, I was
So
really
cute.
actually. I haven't.
It's all waffled.
Well, I have.
Oh.
Started picking up stitches on the other
Oh,
side, and
there you
I just stuck my needle in. But I've knit for a long time, and I'm always happy usually with what I knit. But I haven't been really proud of anything for a long time, and I was pretty darn proud of that. So
It should be. It's really even and nice.
yeah. So I only have one more side to do, and then I am going to put a ribbon on the inside, which will show through the little eyelets,
That'll be so cute.
and it'll be all ready for her for fall. And hopefully
it's gonna be
she's
so cute.
growing so
Yes,
fast now that
it's
hopefully
Adorable.
she will not
soft.
grow
I
it.
bet she'll wear it all the time too.
Anyway.
I bet she
And
will.
mommy
Yes, it
is a crocheter, and she loves. I know, sometimes you knit things for people, and you don't know if their babies are going to wear it, but you just do it anyway. But I
Mhm.
know Junie will wear it.
Yep.
Yeah.
She wears the one Sarah knit her all
the
the time.
time.
It's
I love
so
it.
cute on her. So I
Happy.
did do that, and that I think partly because that was a comfort. Knitting is, I've said before, is kind of I'm stressed. I just need something easy to do, and stitching I have to kind of pull it all out. But I did work. I'm so behind.
You know you can.
I know,
That
but I'm
is
Finish the
so,
bear.
adorable.
behind on my Ripco and on my Joyful Whirl. I'm still on June, and now we're halfway through
You're almost
July.
done.
I'm getting there. I am. I got that
Wait, go down.
There.
a little.
bear done. I got the bear done. I think I had everything else done before that.
Yeah.
And I just got a couple little flowers and then the grass
Getting
down below to go. Yeah.
It's
We always
okay.
Yeah.
struggle with that.
But anyway, he was a lot more work than I thought. There's 3 colors of
But
brown.
it's so cute.
Yeah.
I like this.
Isn't this? I love it. So yeah, and I'm really excited because July is the pink flamingos, and I can't wait
No.
to start them. So I'm not too far behind,
So
but
pretty.
I'm very behind on. I didn't do my Whitco in June, and I haven't even started July, but that's okay. I had other
You're
things.
gonna get it.
Yep.
Get
Things
it.
will slow. Things will really slow down by the. Tom and Nancy leave on Wednesday. The kids are gone on their honeymoon until Sunday, so then it'll be a quiet weekend, and the rest of the month should be fairly quiet.
Awesome.
And they leave on the 5th to Indy, so I'll be kind of an empty nester again.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I mean, we still have our trailer kids, but they're out in the trailer. Oh, here's my needle for that. Just stick
Do
it
you
in
have other
there.
things? No, I can't remember.
No, I think
That's all
that's
you
really
were
all I stitched on last week.
Okay.
You're kind
You
of
have a good reason. I am still working on this baby sweater, and I'm still, I meant to, like I usually try to,
not be in the middle of the row.
yeah, not be in the middle of the cable row. So I just have been doing basically the same thing. I'm almost done with this part of the bodice. I think I have another,
It's a pullover, right?
maybe an inch.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pullover.
Okay.
This is Ziggy by Georgie
Helen.
Hallam or Nicholson.
Nicholson.
Yeah,
Changed her
she
name
changed
a
her name. I
couple
can't remember which one was first. So pretty soon I'll join the sleeves in and then knit up. The hood will probably be a pain. It's got a zigzag in it too, but I'll have to configure in my brain how the pattern moves. Like I now know I have this pattern memorized now, but I think the hood might be a little challenging. But we'll see. I think I need to do the hood. It's so cute.
Oh yeah, the hood is. And you've done hoods before. You'll figure
I
it
have.
out.
I have. It'll be fun. So
I've
then-
never done a hood.
I also didn't do a ton of stitching, but I worked for a little while on the Twilight Angel Gold Collection Petites. Just plain. That girl right there. And I got.
Oh, that really is
quite a
tiny.
bit.
I don't
It
think
really is, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't
tiny.
realize how
It's-
tiny it was.
I didn't know either till I was really stitching it. So I worked on all her hair, her
Wow.
face, and her neck, and her hand. And it's nice to stitch. I think it is fun to stitch something so petite.
And it's on Ada, so it's
There's
easy.
quite a bit of stitching on it. I
Mhm.
mean, I still have a lot to go. But
Look at all
the
color
Ada,
changes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
There are
my
half
baby
stitches?
Junie, she's in the trailer.
Is there
now.
half stitches in her dress?
There are some half
Oh.
stitches.
That's just like a little tiny piece
in
of
her dress.
fabric.
I know. I opened it up and I was like, oh, she's going to be really little. It measures 5 by 7, the design. So then I guess you just,
You got a lot of. I mean, her dress goes way down.
yeah,
so.
there's a lot to go.
Mhm.
But that one is a pretty relaxing one to stitch on because it's,
Mhm.
I think because it's Ada, so it's
Yeah.
just really
Yeah.
easy
It's
to
like
see
that
the
cardinal
holes.
one. You stitch on Ada.
I do.
Often, don't you?
Yep.
Come on.
I'm actually switching over to linen more.
Mhm.
I kind of like that more,
Yeah.
but yeah, I do Ada.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm not too
flower
picky.
garden
Yeah.
flower market is on
You
Ada.
did that
Just
on
because
Ada.
that's what I had, a big
Right.
enough piece.
And it's nice to sometimes have that because I don't have to use my light as much. Like my my winter cardinals is
Right.
the kits are always, it seems like Ada, which makes them nice.
I think thread lays really nice on even weave in general.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and Ada's,
Well, and
No
I do
exception.
18 or 20.
Yeah.
I don't do
Yeah.
14 or 16 anymore, but
smaller holes. Yeah, I don't
I
remember.
haven't done
what
a lot of
that one
20
is.
yet. Yeah, I used to. I've been doing 18.
This is
Well,
probably on a smaller
I don't know what my cardinals is.
16. This is a 16 count.
Mhm.
That dove gray Ada. And it just came in the kit. And I worked, I think I might have made a mistake on somewhere on the top, like up here.
Does it really matter?
No, not necessarily, but I think I might have started the blue. I don't know. I need to go back and really count and figure out what I did before I figure out if I need to fix something.
Is it just going to throw your border off?
This
or
I
something?
think should be further this way. I don't know. I'm not even sure. I just know the last time I was working on it, I started to kind of look at it and think, I'm not sure that's
you
right.
should just do the border first and then
Yeah,
fill in,
maybe I should just
Before
go
you
up to
rip
the
it.
border. Yeah,
Because
maybe I should do that. Because I don't think it will really matter here
No, it's
No.
all just white.
where the white is, except I want this to make sure, that there's some blue up there, but I can probably just fudge it. And,
Do your border
Whatever.
and then count off
yeah,
of that.
that's a good idea.
Don't rip it out.
That's a good idea. And I've
This is
obviously
gathering
started- 'cause
eggs.
Gathering eggs, yep.
It's this side, right?
It's this side right here.
Oh
is
yeah,
all this
they're
filling.
so there's
You're right. I can probably just do that border up the
Mhm.
side and then fill it over.
By Nora Corbett.
This is one of her early designs, I think.
I think it came, this magazine that I think it was first released in is 1998. But you can buy the pattern separately, just like you would any other Mirabilia. It comes in one of her packages.
It's April.
I've seen several people online stitching this one, but I hadn't noticed any of them until we started stitching it, and then it's like, oh, did you
Oh,
know
that-
so and so?
Yeah, I haven't seen it too much. But,
Did Gail's Full of Needles stitch it? Gail? No, maybe globe trotting stitcher.
Yeah.
Stitched it.
Maybe. Oops. Scissors. Okay. And then I worked on this one from Alicia Paulson. When that April. And I did the clouds up in the sky. And I finished filling in the dandelion. Or no, the daffodil.
It's a lot of stitching.
Oh, and I started doing that kind of blade.
It is, and that flower is so huge, and on the
I
pattern
know.
it doesn't look that big.
I know.
That's really
I know.
big.
It really
If you look,
But it's
is
cute.
pretty big.
and that sheep is
That's-
gonna.
Yeah,
Take
the
a
sheep
time.
down here will be a lot of white.
I never noticed the little
Little
snail.
snail climbing up.
That's cute.
You see the little
Yeah,
snail
like-
climbing up the.
I'll just get them later, but
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cute.
I like
Yeah,
this
I thought,
pattern.
oh look, she did some simpler, easier patterns without as much stitching, and then no.
It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Bigger
blocks
blocks.
of stitching rather than lots of little motifs.
Yeah, it's cute.
I know, it is cute.
Someday I'll start
It's
mine.
enjoyable. It's
Someday
nice
I'll
to
start
stitch.
mine.
No
the summer
hurry.
one.
And then the last thing I stitched was working on my tree a day on the stocking I'm making for my husband from Rosewood Manor, right? Rosewood
Uh-huh.
Manor, cranberry and pines. And quite a bit of this is beaded, which I realize as I'm stitching
Yeah,
it.
Have you
I'm
seen
like,
other patterns?
Well, I saw her stitching on it the other night when we were
This
here.
is how they're, but sometimes there's like
Yeah.
2 of these.
yeah, it's
They're huge patterns.
well, and I think the charting it's
Well, yeah,
nice
the
and big.
pattern
So
is
Yeah.
the whole thing on
Yeah.
the reverse side. Oh,
Yeah,
there's some
so
there
it's-
too.
I think that's out of freebie.
oh yeah, that's a freebie. Or I mean
Yeah.
that's like a
Yeah.
additional.
Yeah, it's nice big squares, but whoo, it's a lot of trees they're in.
Well, and a lot of onesie
Mhm.
Yeah.
See all
and
these?
color
These are
changes.
beads.
The little red
Oh,
dots
yeah,
are
like
all
beads.
beads. It's like beaded everywhere. Every tree has some beads on it.
But
Almost.
that's gorgeous.
Isn't that?
I know. I thought he and I have never had nice,
Nice
stockings, and I
stockings.
stitched those beautiful shepherd's bush ones for the
Mhm.
girls.
Here, we'll hold them up together.
Yeah. So I'm working right here. No. Yes. Yeah, right here. And this area right here. So I'm probably going to keep going up. And this week I stitched, oh gosh, these little trees, these trees, this one, and this one. I really did a lot this week on. This one was the biggest stitching. I think I ended up doing that over 2 days. And then I'll just keep working up and down.
Someday I want to do a Rosewood Manor. They've got the flower series. Have you seen those? They've got like a chrysanthemum one and a sunflower one and a tulip one, and they're
I don't know if I've
just
seen those.
oh yeah, they're
I have that other
beautiful.
one you gave me when you were just kind of destashing the music amongst the trees one, and I thought about starting that one, but I kind of wanted to get started on these stockings. And I'm just I don't know if I showed this last week. I'm very, very, very proud of my floss organization. I just have to show this because I'm so
Look at
disorganized.
her
most of the
pulling
time.
it together.
I like bobbinated them.
Doesn't
and
it make stitching so much
It
easier?
has been easier. Yeah, because I don't have to fish around.
You
through them.
bobbinate all yours?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I probably will try, especially project with a lot of floss. If there's like 10 colors, I might not worry about it, but
Yeah.
I
my
might
small
do
ones I
that
don't.
with my one thing is though, I have to like hunt through, I have to try to remember which
Which is which?
ring
is where.
has like the 1s through the 800s and
Put a
the
little tag on them.
Oh,
yeah, maybe I
there
just
was
need to do
somebody
a
that
stitch marker or something.
I saw. I don't remember who it was, but she still puts all her rings still back. She hangs them up like on a shower curtain, but then she'll know. Then she can at least look for the right color.
Like
She doesn't keep
has
them
it
in a
like that for
folder.
her storage.
But even on project,
Oh.
she'll put her project ring still there. So if she needs a
just goes
color, she can hunt and it's all there instead of going through bags. I don't
Oh,
know. That was
that's-
kind of a good idea, but
That sounds like
you know,
I
if
would
you
never
have
be able to do that.
30, 40 whips, that might be.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
easier,
I am, and I used to bobbinate all the time, but now I'm a floss away girl, bag girl, because I don't like having all those extra pieces trying to wrap it around my bobbin. I don't use a full length. I
Yeah.
don't want to throw it out. That's why I like the floss aways. I just shove it all in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But,
how I have my
Yeah.
stuff
When
done
I
also.
started embroidery 50 years ago, that's what it was.
Floss
Was-
away?
Floss
no,
aways? Oh,
bobbin.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, bobbinate everything.
So-
I bobbinated everything back
Because
then.
some of my thread is 40 years old.
Yeah.
So I just
I know.
kept going on that.
when I went back to stitching and I pulled out all my old floss and was organizing it, I used to have it organized by color, which was dumb. So I went back and reorganized it by
number.
decade, you know,
Yeah,
by
by
the
numbers.
200, yeah,
Yeah.
century, whatever you want to call it. And I had it all over the floor in front of me because I'd stitched for many, many years. I had a lot
Yeah.
of floss. And I've always been one to go buy new floss for a new project. I didn't always pull. I mean, I sometimes will pull.
That was like a new concept for me when I started watching Flosstube.
Mhm.
Like people have an actual organized system, and they just don't go buy new floss for every project. Because I think that's probably what we always did was like you have a new
Buy
project
new-
and you go out and buy all the new floss, and then suddenly I was like,
You know
Well,
why
yeah, I
did
have
that? Because I was
floss
too
already.
lazy. I was too lazy to go through all my floss that I had in
because
those
you didn't
bags.
have it in a good system.
Yeah.
Because
But I
you
was
had it all in Ziploc bags with like.
But I was shocked that day to see how the labels had changed and how a few of the
Mhm.
colors had changed a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
But yeah,
true.
I think I figured back then too, floss was like 25
yeah.
cents a skein and it was like no big deal. But now I'm a
Yeah,
little
it's like
shocked when I
60
go and
something. I know.
I buy a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
adds up fast.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's all my whips now. So we could do. We've got Stitchy Kindness. What are you looking at?
Oh,
Oh, just our little
we had
uh,
Stitchy Kindness.
Paul or Stitchy Kindness.
What do you got?
We both
Oh,
got
yeah.
these from
Sweet friend
Friend
Heather.
Heather. And you
Oh, you have a
know,
little sheet?
I did message her on Instagram, but I'm going to say it. This
know.
came on Monday, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever day it came last week, I was having a day. Let me tell you, it was just a rough day at work, and I was super stressed about work and trying to get everything done and the wedding. And the doorbell rang, and there's been a lot of packages coming for the bride and for Junie's mommy who lives here. I haven't been ordering a lot of stuff, and I thought, okay, well, they order now. And so I went out to pick up the package, and there was a box for one of them, and then there was a package laying there, and it was a gift from Heather, and it was a Canadian flag.
I have the same, but I just still have my things in
Ziploc, that project bag. And it's got gray on the back, and I love it. It's a nice size too. Anyway, thank you so much, Heather. That was just the sweetest pick me up. I was not expecting that at all.
Canada. Go Canada. Did she send the girls all stickers?
Did she?
Canada stickers, really cute ones with like some of them are wilderness and some of them are like maple leaves and I think there might be a Canadian flag on it. My friend was over. She came over and brought us a meal. It was the last meal from my surgery, and those stickers were sitting there. And she goes, she's from Canada. She's from BC, and she goes, Canada! Like it just like made her so happy to see the Canadian flag sitting in my.
Mhm.
And she hasn't been able to see her parents except for a hug over a ditch up on the border.
On
There's
the
like
border.
a ditch where on the Canada side and the American side, and they have border guards there, and people drive up and park and talk with their Canadian relatives, and they can like hug over the ditch, and that's the most she's seen her family for a year and a half. So they're thinking the border is going to open soon. And she had tucked in. Oh, I do have one. She sent some of these to the girls.
That is all like
Little ballerina
machine
charms.
satin stitched, isn't it? Applique. Look how perfect that is.
Oh, it's not. No, it's part of the fabric.
It's part of the
Yeah,
fabric.
it's
I was gonna say,
because there's no ridge.
right. That's what I was thinking.
She sent these little ballerina charms to the girls, and I think this is for me too. I think each of the girls already had a little 2021 charm, which she sent for you too, right? So I need to pick which project I'm going to tuck that on. And I'm so thankful. This is amazing. I didn't even show you this.
Oh yeah, she said she was.
The gridded fabric for my hay that I'm going to start in the fall.
I've never seen gridded fabric in person.
I haven't really either. I was going to buy some,
Oh.
and she had started a hay, I think, on this 25 count, and it was. Hopefully I'm getting this right. It was a little harder to see. She wasn't enjoying stitching on it, so she went down to like 20 count.
Yeah. But
What?
what if you don't stitch over some of this gray? It just shows.
I think it washes.
Oh,
Well, I was under the impression that it washes out, but I actually don't.
it
know.
must, because you're not going to necessarily have. I mean, I guess
But
on a
think it
hay
is
you
full
would.
coverage.
Yeah. Are
But
you doing
you'd
it
still
over
have a
one or over
border.
two? You're doing over one.
Over 2, I think. I'll have to look at my pattern. I'm doing whatever the heck that says to do. I'm just gonna do the standard.
You should wash a corner and see.
Yeah. I can just Google it.
I've never actually.
Well, you can
seen
leave it in the comments. Tell me more about gridded fabric. What am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
There's like a border on the edge of the stitching. Do you wash it? Does the gray wash out? Is that me? I don't know.
Inquiring minds
If
need
you're
to
gonna
know.
stitch a Hade in the fall with me, let me know. I've been gathering my floss, and you'll be very proud. I have a floss box, and it's all starting to be bobbin.
How many skeins does that take? Your head?
Oh, I would have to check because it's
Not skeins.
many.
How many colors?
How many colors? I can't remember. I counted them up so I could kind of guess how much money I was going to spend on floss. And at that point, I was calculating fabric. From fabric and floss, I thought I was going to spend about $80 to $100. So I don't remember how that works out.
Yeah.
There's like many colors. I can pull it up when we're done and answer that question next
curious.
for you and next week because I actually have the pattern downloaded. But anyway, so thank you, Heather, because that is one step closer to me
There you go.
starting
Getting ready.
this big lifetime project.
Getting ready.
my life. I'm probably going to pass
Millie,
it on to Millie
Millie,
when
I
I die.
just say,
is
Millie, you
basically-
got a project coming.
Millie,
honey. No,
be
you'll get
ready.
it done.
You're gonna inherit.
kind of a, you kind of are.
I'll probably.
project
It'll
station.
just be a long time.
Yeah.
But it's yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think you'll like it and you'll work on it a lot. Seems to be
I
going
will.
here over me.
Okay. Did you have something too?
I do. It's not my haul. I brought gifts for you. I went to
Aw.
Stitchville
Oh, fun.
I love
Stitchville.
Stitchville.
and
I wanna go to
I
Stitchville.
spent a pretty penny there. But
She had terrible traffic, but it was
so
worth it.
overwhelming when you walk
Mm-hmm.
into
Yeah.
there
I have a
because
hard
it's so jam packed with everything. And I was trying to think of
It's hard.
what you like and what you do. So when I
Mhm.
found these two patterns, I went, this is it.
Oh,
So Sarah, I found this one because you love to read.
I do love that.
And I was
Oh,
just at I saw on Michael's, they have
Oh.
a wooden box that looks like a book. And I thought you could finish it or even
that'd be
finish
so
it on
cool.
an old book.
yeah. And that like.
Yes,
okay,
but I
better
bought
show
you
this.
fabric too.
And it's
Ooh,
got-
Thank
It's
you.
got, you should
Okay, I
put
gotta
it
show
up.
it here.
It's called the bookshelf.
Bookshelf.
I've never seen that one before.
I haven't seen that either.
That
but
store has so many models. My little store
Yeah.
doesn't have this. She's got a lot of needlepoint stuff up, but not a ton of
Aw,
big pictures
yeah.
because
That's
I was
so
overwhelmed too. I was like, where do I start?
These are all also like
Well,
Um,
and
Charlotte Bronte. Jane Eyre is like one of my favorite all-time books. I read a lot of Austen
Awesome.
now. I just read
Yeah.
Little Women to the
Yeah.
Girls. I read and actually hated Wuthering Heights. Millie's favorite book, I think, might be The Secret Garden.
Oh, I love
that book,
Anyway,
too.
so this is
Yeah.
so perfect.
And
I love
Kim,
it.
you and your big easy chair that you love to stitch on.
Oh, by the ocean, the big thunder stars. Can't reach in a car and on a plane, also on a railroad train. This was anywhere, but really love my easy chair. Oh my
That's so
gosh. It's
cute.
called
So
Sit
you
and
get-
Stitch. You know that?
And fabric too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is, I guess I haven't really looked at a lot of her patterns. Like, I haven't scrolled.
Well, most of them are
Through.
houses, which we've said before. Neither of us are huge house.
I mean, like I'll stitch a
Yeah.
house in a pattern, but I won't just stitch a pattern full of houses. Well,
you
except
will.
for
You've got.
I do have some, and I will do it. I just have to be in the right mood.
Yeah.
But that
I mean,
is
those
sweet.
like this I would stitch because that's.
And the
part of
border's
pattern.
not too overwhelming. Oh my gosh, look at those cute little houses at the bottom.
I know.
Well, and you
With
could
the
do
flower.
whatever.
Oh, that's cute. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
you're
Nancy.
welcome.
So cute.
And we
Sit
got
and
fabric,
stitch.
light
It's true,
mocha.
too.
And it
Oh,
should
yeah,
it
same.
should be big enough.
Linen.
One of them might be
Extra
like a
light.
2.5-inch border instead of a 3. So just
Okay.
orientate
I
it
kind of been,
correctly.
in the middle.
yeah, I've been kind of going
So
down
pretty.
to 2-inch borders sometimes
And that's-
recently.
And that's
Yeah.
what I've been doing.
For
too,
the type of finishing I do.
Yeah, I'm not matting and doing big stuff usually.
That is
But I thought that would be
This
really
would
cute on an
a
old book.
for a box that looks
On
like
a
a book.
Yeah.
You said that at Michael's?
Yeah.
I'll have to look for it because I should.
And I
buy
don't-
it, put it in it.
And yeah, I didn't know if it was big enough because I couldn't remember the size.
I'll have to go. I'll just have to hunt around. I bet I could find something on Etsy too. that
Well,
was
you
like
go to
that.
half price books. You could just find an old,
Book
the
and
same
finish
color
it.
that might look good.
Oh yeah,
That would
just-
be easy
you got
too.
lots of options.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you got plenty of
Aw.
places to display it in your house.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
Lots
you. So we
Yeah.
have Paul.
of- Oh, so
Special
sweet.
hand delivered.
We should have had Hall for
Yeah.
and Nancy.
No, this is good.
Thank you.
No, I just
You've,
had her come to the wedding. So she
Yeah.
comes to work.
Your heart like a
There,
slate.
this is your prize. You get to come and help put bouquets
Oh, but
together.
it is my prize because we haven't traveled for a while, so and we haven't been here
Mhm.
in
Since our wedding, 30.
since '82.
What was it?
How old
30
are
maybe?
you?
I'm not saying that on this.
Whisper it to me.
I'm-
So I've been married 38 years.
That's why I'm like walking. We had a couples dance, like who's been married the longest dance last night. And my husband and I, it was 4 couples left, and it was my husband and I were one of them, and then everybody else was mom's age, like that generation. So he and I were married the longest of all the next generation down, and we walked off. And as I'm trying to dance, and she's like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, "I don't even know. I think I'm 37, but I could be 36. I'm not sure. I could be 38. Actually.
My husband's trying to go, well, what year did we get married? He's trying to count down because if you don't know, they count off. So like if you've been married longer, if you've been married less than,
you'll celebrate your 39th this year. Because 80, if you got married in 82, then 2022 will be your 40th.
Math is really not my thing.
You've been married 38 years.
Yeah, I said that.
It'll be 39 in September.
Yeah. So anyway, but I was trying to figure out.
I don't know. Why are you asking me how old I am? I'm trying to figure out how long I've been married.
Yeah, don't confuse me,
I'm
Mom.
doing math too.
Well, and the family who owns the house, our friends, they've been married 3 months longer than us. And Tom and Nancy are trying to say they were married 41 years, although they were not married till after I was married, but they were trying to go by how long they had dated.
Because that is how my brother was DJing. He said, "Who's been together the longest?"
Oh, yeah.
But he was sending off couples, like the bridal couple had to leave after 24. They'd only been married less than 24 hours.
Yeah,
that's okay. I know. I was like, so we've been together longer, obviously.
I went with marriage, but Tom and Nancy are trying to sneak up there longer.
Yeah.
No.
Not that we won anything. It was just that gas
There
competition.
should be a money dance for us.
Yeah.
Give the old people some money for the money dance.
You just put out all that money.
And after my son saw the 3 of us couples left, he goes, "Okay, that's it. Everybody wins."
Yeah.
I think he knew it was all probably really, really close in years.
It would
So
have been.
yeah.
I don't know how we would have even figured it out.
I don't know, but it was fun. It was a funny dance.
What are your plans this week? You have plans?
My plans. Well, I had said that I would do Jolly July after the wedding. I did talk about it last week, but I'll go over it again. I'm gonna work on my Mary and Minty, which is in this project bag. That was the free, lovely, beautiful free one from Brenda Gervais. At Christmas time, which Nancy stitched last year
and finished.
Fully finished, right?
Fully finished.
And I stitched. And surprisingly, did not fully finish.
And I stitched and surprisingly didn't finish. I think I'm on clue 2. And there were like 4 clues. But I do love it, and I really want to get it done. Again, there's a lot of borders in this pattern.
Well, that's it. It doesn't go all the way around.
I don't know why that's
the top.
I just think
for you.
I don't know.
Why are you putting in stitches across or putting in stitches in a pattern?
I think I have a problem. I don't know. So I'm going to work on that 1 week.
You need therapy about your border.
And I did talk about this out of that cross stitch book. It's not a very good pattern picture. It's 3 little old world kind of Santas. Plants. So I'm going to do that Santa. Those Santas. You looked at the fabric. Did you put it back in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
On the pink fabric that's being discontinued.
Yes.
And then the other thing I'm doing, I did print out copies this time, was from the other adorable, what's the name of that book, that Christmas book that you stitched out of?
Oh, I like that.
That's sweet.
That is very
sweet. I remember it right now. It's Christmas.
Oh yeah, you can get it on Amazon. I'm doing the little
Christmas. No, I don't remember.
I'm doing those cute little kids that are dragging the tree with the other one behind. Kind of, what's she doing? She's holding the ribbon up. And I might do a couple of those other trees that are above them. Depends on how much I like this pattern. And I bought all the floss for it, and I'm doing that on either the Star Water Lily green.
Oh, that's pretty.
Or the smoky pearl. I'm not sure yet. I bought the flosses, but I haven't really looked at them. The greens, I think, are all.
That one looks gray, but it's not gray. It's a gray green.
Yeah. I think it's just.
But the greens were what I was more worried about. But I think it'll be good. Interesting greens.
I like this one. But the green.
Oh my God! Don't ever buy 801 again because I have like 5 skeins. Just tell me. I'll send it to you.
I think it's one that I just buy extra, but those are the main greens and blues in that pattern. So that's kind of you can't see that from here. But anyway, gonna start those because I've had that book for a couple years, and after I watched Sarah stitch those ornaments for the girls last year, I thought, I need to stitch something out of there. And actually in that book is the most adorable little advent calendar. And not that I really need an
I don't know
advent
the color
calendar, but it's so cute. And it's very basic. It's just red work in it.
Man, I was gonna vote for the water lily,
Mhm.
but when I look at the flosses on the fabric, I'm kind of leaning towards this
Yeah,
one.
I think I
They
like that
kind
one.
of pop.
They
Mhm,
pop
they
really
pop
good.
on
that one.
Right?
Yeah,
And this pattern you want to pop because it has that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Very
stitching my biscornu on this.
Yes,
water
that's
lily.
why water lily.
Mhm. Yeah. Which we have to talk about our biscornu thing.
I know. I better buy one.
But do you have plans? Those are my plans, really. And probably some whip quill pieces, maybe, if I ever get my act together.
My plans are to continue on my 2. I am such a monogamous stitcher that I can't have too many whips. But I do want to find, I bought Teresa Kogut's Hollow Witches Quaker sampler kind of thing.
Which I'd never seen before.
And
Very
I need to find some orange fabric. So we talked about that yesterday, dyeing my own and maybe flash tea dyeing it or something besides the orange grit. So
Yeah. To grunge it
yeah,
up.
Get it
Because
a
you
little
want
pretty
something
looking.
a little grungy. I bought Blackbird Weeks Dye Works floss.
If
to
you
use on that.
wanted it to be blackish, you could do
Or
a
just
really,
darker.
really light, if you wanted it to grunge it with
Yeah.
black rather than brown, you could do a really, really light solution of the black grit
Oh yeah,
and kind of crinkle
Yep.
it up in there, and you might get some
the
black.
watered down.
Yeah, you'd have to do it really watered down.
Yep.
Grayish
Yeah.
orange.
You could do like buy 2 pieces of
So-
fabric maybe and play around
Oh
with it
yeah. Well,
And-
I have plenty.
and write down your measurements, because
Yeah.
I've thought about doing that a few times.
You just water down the red.
Yeah, you have to kind of play around with it though. If you get it too watery, it won't show at all. But
Interesting.
And I think I'm gonna do it on 25 count Lugana. I have enough of that
Mhm.
to make it work.
Lugana, I do love Lugana.
Neighbors mowing their yard. I think
Mm.
It's not showing, being too loud. Never happened when we.
No.
Like, even just sitting out here, I don't
I
think
think the
I've ever-
trailer blocks it a little bit. My neighbors.
my plans. My plans.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm never good at planning out. I started,
you?
so there's a knitting, one of my whip goals this week is a knitting, this month for July is a knitting pattern. And I cast it on, it's a poncho. It's like it's like a really lacy poncho, really pretty. I don't have the picture pulled up, but it's called like Late Summer Meadow or something. I started it on my needles, and I think the needles, I ripped it out. I was so frustrated. So the cord was too long to do. You have to start it and then join it in the round. The cord I used was too long to just turn it and start knitting it. So I was having a magic loop. The magic looping lace thread, like it's basically just like, it's like 2 strands of Ada together or something.
GMC.
It's really, really
Yeah.
difficult to like make sure it doesn't get
It's like
twisted.
cobweb.
And even when I was pretty sure it wasn't twisted, I didn't feel confident. And I was just getting really frustrated. So I'm going to start it over, and I'm going to do it on, like, the other one was all like coiled. It was really long. But I found another needle that I think I can actually just stretch
Honey,
it all the way around. And just
What
start
size does
this.
it call for?
4?
No, what size cable?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember now.
If you looked up the size cable, you probably would not have that problem, babe.
Probably.
Just saying.
Probably.
They usually tell you.
I know, probably.
Uh-huh.
So my goal is to cast this on and join it in the round this week and start knitting that.
It's a gorgeous color.
It
It's
is really
pretty.
pretty. And I have 2
like
skeins of this. And if I keep starting, and the other problem is once I rip it out, it's all tangled and I just have to cut it and toss it because it's so fine.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I don't want to keep doing that because I'll lose yarn. So
Sarah,
that's my big goal this week.
Sarah really loves joining things in the round.
I don't know what it is. I used to be able to do it, and the last like 40 patterns that I've done that you have to join in the round, I can't do it. I don't know.
Before she went to the hospital that day,
Yeah.
she didn't have to go till later in the afternoon, and she was sitting there getting ready to go. She
I was
goes,
working
"Mom,"
on the sweater.
yeah, she was doing that baby sweater, and she was doing the sleeves, and they were done separately. And she's like, "Mom, can you come here and just join this and just do this for me and join it in the round?"
I think I had tried it like 3 times
Yeah,
already, and I
I'm
was
like, "Okay, no pressure. What if I can't get it to work?"
because I wanted to take it in
Yeah.
case I had any waiting time in the hospital. Just
Did
sitting
you?
around. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I worked on it in the car. It kept me pretty chill.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't really even have that much time
Yeah.
in the hospital
Anyway.
itself before they took me back.
It's taken me a long time to do it confidently, and
I have watched,
yeah,
I know
know.
how to do it, and I still am not doing it right. My other plan is to keep doing a stitch a day on the
Tree.
trees, or a tree a day, not a stitch.
Lofty
And
goals there, honey.
last week I had said that
Yeah.
Stitch a
one
day.
stitch a day
On every whip.
on this Rosewood Manor will be my lifetime project. I don't know how long it would take to stitch a hay that way, but
Stitch
Oh my God.
stitch a day. How many days would
Met
that
my
be?
goal. 7 stitches this week.
1,000 years. So that would be bad. And then last week I had talked about how one of my whip goals, I had the 2 random goals this week. One of them was this knitting one, which isn't even a cross stitch goal, but I had thrown it on there because I really wanted to get that going. And the other one was to chart from that illustrator that I love a pattern that I could stitch myself, just personal use, not like I don't have copyright access or anything. And somebody said that they would be willing to help me. They have a program that they have.
Really?
So I'm sorry I haven't sent you that picture yet. I think it's Kendra. She said if you send me a picture of it, I can filter out the background and just do the main. But that was
Oh,
my
that would be
problem.
so
'Cause I was
fun.
using I was trying to figure it out, but it was like charting all of it, the background and everything, because it's on a green, like a grassy background. And I really just want the main thing charted so I can stitch it onto green fabric. So I need to do that. I just ran out of time with all the wedding prep and packing and everything I was doing. So that's my
That's
other
cool.
goal. That's my other goal this
You
week.
didn't tell me she.
I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, she messaged me and said, if you haven't figured it out, I would just help you with that.
Yeah.
So thank you, and I will.
All these creative people.
I know it's amazing.
Just
Just like
like
community.
buy a pattern. Buy some
I
fabric.
want to try it so bad,
Yeah.
just for fun.
You know, once you do it, you're going to
Okay.
want to do it more than once.
I
think
might,
that's what
yeah.
happens. People get kind of excited. You know, like.
But I'm
they
not actually
expand.
designing. I'm just taking a picture. I'm doing like, I mean, I guess that's what hate.
No, but
Hates
that's
are,
how it
though.
starts.
I don't know, probably.
Yeah, I mean, at
But I
some
just
point you
don't
might
have a lot
go,
of interest in actually designing. But
Yeah.
maybe I will. I just can't.
No,
I
but
mean-
that'd be something for Millie.
Millie would be a designer for sure. She would be really interested in doing that.
On the side of my house over there, is that like a big spider?
Sure.
Big
So
little board.
noted plans. Our giveaway from last week, I forgot to grab it to bring with me here, was the honey and bees
It was a
from
tiny,
Tiny Modernist, and
Uh-huh.
I don't remember off the top of my head what it's called because I'm that organized. And but the winner of last week's giveaway is Kay Lowry. And Kay, I think I have your address already, so I will try to stick that in the mail this week. And then this week we
Yay,
have
Kay.
2. Yay!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Sorry, my
I
voice is
still
getting
have
tired.
one to send out. Amazingly,
Yes.
I'm behind.
Yes,
Don't know
I
how
got.
that
Did I
happened.
get you that address? No, probably not.
No,
I'll get it to you. It's in my email. It's in our email that you don't have access
I
to.
don't have access to, so it's really helpful.
We'll send that to you. So we have 2 giveaways this week, courtesy of Aunt Nancy. So she brought 2 different ones. This one is, it's called Live Simply.
It's a Jan Lynn kit.
It's a
Is
Jan
that
Lynn
new?
kit. Comes
Did
with
you
the
get that off-
fabric.
I haven't seen Jan Lynn's thing for a while.
There we go.
Bought it off an auction.
Yeah, I used to see Jan Lynn all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, on it.
It says Live Simply,
Isn't it?
Love Truly, Laugh Freely.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
Look at those colors. Flash it around.
Yeah.
Here's the. So it
Yeah, it
comes with
comes
the
with everything.
fabric and all the everything. Well, maybe not a needle. I don't know.
Well,
But you
maybe
can
that's
get your,
going to win.
you
It's
can
going to
get
have
your
a
own
needle.
needle. Oh no,
Yeah.
it does. It has the needle. Frame not included. Sorry. So the word that Millie helped me pick the words ahead of time because I'm so prepared. The word she thought would be good is laugh. So in your comment, if you use the word laugh, I'll search for that to enter you into this giveaway for this Jan Lynn kit. Live
Mhm.
Simply.
This down.
Write what down. I did already.
Okay.
And then
Good job.
that's I'm thinking. And then she also
We got it together.
brought a Stitching with the Housewives pattern to give away. That's one of the trucking along January. So we decided that the word for this is melting. So if you want to be entered to win this in a giveaway, use the word melting in your comment, and that's what I will search for. So cute.
Have you done any of the trucking along?
I think I might.
That was
have
the only one
too.
I had, and
Mhm.
brand new pattern,
Yeah.
never opened, never touched. I just knew that I probably would never do it.
Yeah.
Funky.
It is cute. The little chickens and snowmen.
I have
and
enough of their other
Mhm.
truck and
Mhm.
snowman patterns that
you would
I'm good.
be more likely
Yeah.
to
Yep.
stitch those.
And she said that Nancy said they're not doing the trucking along anymore. So, I mean, they're not designing
They
anymore.
finished that
Them.
series.
Yeah, they
finished
finished that series.
doing the crate ones.
Great.
Is that so you stitch them to put on a crate of some kind? I don't understand.
Well,
what you're doing.
the way she did it was
We
a
haven't caught up
board
yet.
with 3 hooks and a mason jar, and then
Mm.
it actually had nail slots, and they took those nail slots off and put
Patterns.
their pattern there instead.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a cute little,
This
Mhm.
is finished pretty
Mm.
cute on the
It is
Yeah.
cute.
little snowflake.
and actually you could put that on
I really like that.
there now too.
Buffalo, that ribbon, that black and white check ribbon on there is cute.
this the
Yeah.
bow.
I like that bow.
It's cute.
Hmm.
So yeah, those
Yeah.
are. So we will draw for those next week. Don't use free. Don't use giveaway. I don't know. Everybody always knows what to say there. but
Yeah.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
That's all on my list.
So we're just gonna enjoy the rest of the week with Tom and Nancy. You have to go home.
We're going
today.
home. I don't know what our life is like this week.
Well, you're on summer break, so it's pretty easy. Yeah. And I'm gonna stitch and have a quiet house. We're taking care of Sam and Ash's dog, so she'll be in the house. But she usually settles down in the evening, and she's not really a high maintenance dog. It's just having
She's
a
a good
dog when
dog.
you don't have had one for a while. Just yeah. She is. This cracks me up. She's like, what did they say she weighed? Less than your dog Bella, who's 90. So maybe Lulu's between 70 and 80 pounds. She will sleep at night just curled up in a wingback chair. She's like
Like
this huge,
round
long,
circle.
skinny dog, just curled up. So she did really well last night. She was at the wedding yesterday and was getting lots of attention. And then she came home and she was pretty tired. She was pretty mellow in the car. And there she
there
is.
she
barking.
is. The boys must be home.
Yeah, I think
Either that or Kelly.
well,
Who's coming
Austin's
over?
gonna bring her.
Oh,
Anyway,
well, anyway.
so yeah, it'll be a nice week, and you guys have to go home. And
Thanks
You
for
have the
having
rest-
me.
you have the rest of the week off after you get
Nope,
home.
I have to work on Thursday. So
Oh,
we get
sorry.
home Wednesday at about 7 or 8. So I'm going right to bed.
Yeah, it's been a
I know,
busy
yeah.
week, but fun.
Thanks for coming on with us. That was really fun.
Yeah, we haven't ever really had, other than your girls, we haven't really had any of your guests. So that's
Thought about it.
so have a very